Hey, what's good, everybody, man? Happy Sunday night. Welcome to Can't Speak Truth with myself, June, and Tone. Another
Yep.
beautiful Sunday. You know what I mean? And what's tonight's topic? I for an eye. Anybody wondering what the fuck that mean? I for an eye. Yo, do people deserve to get the same punishment they're giving out? Especially with like the way society is nowadays. Do they really need to like feel what they doing to other people type stuff, right? So, hey Tone, you want to start this drawing off, or June? Cause I got a lot to say.
Okay. That's this. Or no, you got your. I'll start. I started. It's cool. Um, Honestly and truthfully, when it comes down to it, man, I think people definitely they definitely need to be treated with the same kind of. I mean, it should be crazy. Like you got to think about it. It's not just some shit like so. If you sold if you what will be legal and what's not legal or some shit. If somebody did something crazy, say if you robbed somebody because you was hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the case. You mean say that somebody gonna get their hands cut off because they was hungry? So that's kind of a, you know, depending upon the situation type thing. You know what I mean? I think there's definitely eye for eye, but in the same breath, I guess that should be like how like you see how
So
like
do you think
we got
do you think it's okay for a man to rape a woman because he's horny?
nah. I
So
don't think so at all.
that's I mean you might think like, oh, that sound worse or whatever, but same concept technically.
Facts. Nah, I'm not saying
But
that.
but either way, he gonna get his consequences, even if he do go to jail. Like you find out somebody rapes somebody, and that's how they got to jail. Then 9 times out of 10, when you get to jail, they gonna do the same shit to you. They gonna rape you.
That's not
Yep.
always though. That's not
Mhm.
that's not always. So I guess I'll go ahead and brief it up. So eye for an eye is basically I'll give you, and we spoke about this earlier. Um, Somebody yesterday, I think it was, they stabbed somebody, and then it was some parents walking with their twins that were like 1 years old, and the lady just stabbed tried to stab both the babies, but stabbed one of them. So I feel like she deserved to get stabbed too, 100%. Let's cut the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like when people like look, in the sense of a simple robbery where nobody's hurt. No, I don't
Right.
think that he should get his hand cut off. I don't think like there should be consequences. Definitely not just like, oh, it's okay. We gonna let you ROR. You gonna be out the next day. No, no, because
Yeah.
that's like letting your kids get away with something every single time, and you just like stop doing that. Don't do that anymore. Come
Right.
on, that shit don't work. We know
Yeah.
that shit don't work. And I feel like if you wrongfully murder somebody, then maybe you should suffer the same type of injuries that they had. Maybe you should have that same get that same energy because it's like when you experience it, you actually feel something different towards it.
Right.
Now, granted, a lot of people would be like, "Oh, that sound insane. That sound nuts. Like TNT, you fucking crazy." No, I think justice should be served properly to certain situations. A
Right.
hundred
Right.
percent.
Right.
Not every
Right.
situation is the same. You know what I mean? Because if that's the case, then you know there are, and it does happen. There are girls out there that cry rape, and they were willing and able and wanted to, but
Right.
because the man didn't
Intentional.
want to be with them, or because something else happened, they decided they wanted to cry rape, and nobody get offended. Anybody watching this, I don't tolerate that shit. That shit ain't cool, but that shit does happen. There are girls that do that. So
Right.
you can't treat every case the same. But in a situation like what I was just talking about, or what you was telling me earlier, June, what was the situation you told me earlier about the little kid and his mom?
So that was a 5-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
His mom senselessly took his life because he snuck some snacks in his room at night. 5 years old. You get mad because your son taking snacks in his room. I have a 6-year-old. Because he takes snacks in his room, I'm supposed to get mad at him and snap his neck or do whatever she did? No. So she deserves life in prison or the death chair. Like she needs something. She need to die by lethal injection, or she need to rot her ass in jail.
You know what? You know what I would do if I was allowed and it was allowed legally.
What's that?
Lie to you not, I'll put her in a room with 5 grown ass men. Let them beat her the fuck up. That sound horrible. But yo, let's keep it 100. She killed her kid.
And was laughing about it. Hid his body. Told the police where they'll find it. They was asking her, is she sure the body is there? She laughed in their face and said, "Yeah, you'll find the body there."
Look at that.
Yeah, that's
So not
crazy.
only you kill your son, but you dump his body somewhere, and then you tell the police where he's at, but you laughing about the whole thing.
That's
There
wild.
ain't nothing fucking funny about that. And
That's
as
wild.
people that got kids, like we all got kids, so we all know there
Yeah.
ain't no type of thing that you would just do if your son or if your son or daughter, whatever. Okay, they kids, they gonna do it. My son sneak in the fucking pantry all the time. I just let the shit go now because I'm like, I'm at this point, if you eat up all your snacks, you eat up all your snacks. Like he snuck some juice in his room early. I just told him don't waste the shit on the floor. Like I'm supposed to get mad and fucking take his juice and his life. Like what kind of shit is that? You don't need to be a mother. Like if something wrong with you, if you can take your own children's life, something is wrong with you.
I
Yeah.
agree on that. I totally agree. I mean, I just think that of course there's justice that should be rendered, um, and it should be a judge out to just like our judicial system, but the judicial system is just kind of fucked up. Like if we had it like the old school days, like you said, where you know what I mean. You just the same shit happens, man. Then who's gonna make those decisions? Who's gonna determine that?
What about like what the crime, what the consequences would be? You mean?
Yeah,
I think
who we still have?
it should be up to the victim's family, in my opinion. The victim's family should have that say as to what his consequences should be.
Okay, but if you got okay, all right,
My bad, y'all.
understood.
I'm having some technical difficulties. Go ahead, Tone. I ain't mean to cut you off.
Nah, you good. Okay, okay, I get you. You said so. The victim family should have make that decision.
Well, in
Yeah.
this case, since the victim was the child's own mama, how do you think they gonna take it?
Yeah. Who who
Mhm.
Because
who's
if
gonna
you say
be?
the victim, if you feel like the victim, which is not wrong, I'm not going against nothing you're saying. If the victim family should be, the damn judge and the jury, then how do you think they're gonna persuade? Like, do you think they're gonna be okay with her getting like life? Do you think they would like actually agree with her
We c-
getting a death penalty or like death by lethal injection?
we can't trust judges and juries no more because people got too
That's what I'm
many
saying. So
crazy
the family
opinions.
should have to, like you said, the family should. But I'm saying, like,
In that
in a sense, do you
situation,
think the family would agree to terms? Like, would they be like, okay, well, maybe she snapped this and that, like, or do you feel
nah.
like they're just being 100% agreement? Like, okay, she need to be locked up. She need to like literally sit and rot her ass in jail.
In that situation, the crime, the punishment need to match the crime. She
Right,
strangled her kid, right? That's what she
right.
did, right? And, and yo, people gonna think I'm a fucking psycho after this, and it's cool. I don't care, cause that's what can't speak truth is about. Is about not holding back on what you thinking and what's on your mind. But like
Facts.
seriously, let her put her in a fucking place where you could deprive her of oxygen for a little while, and then bring it back on, and then take it off, and then bring it back on, and then take it off, and then bring it back on, and then like, yeah, I mean,
Tough one
like
though.
let
Nah,
her,
that's true because like you need to feel what it feel like because
yeah.
you just took your fucking son's life. You need to know what it feel like not to be breathing at this moment. This boy has nothing like 5 years old, probably had a whole fucking life ahead of him, but you just took it
Could have been
because
the
of
cure for
snacks.
cancer for all we know.
Right. Because of snacks? Come on now.
He probably could have discovered the cure for cancer. Like, and that's the crazy part is like, like you nobody know who somebody gonna be in life at all. It's
Facts.
That's
hard
true.
to. There's only so many people in this world that say this is what I'm gonna do, and that's what they do. 100%. Like that's what
Right.
they
Right.
do. You know what I'm saying? Because like I could tell you right now, there was so many things I wanted to be. I ain't succeed at none of them. I'm
Facts.
okay. I'm great, but I didn't succeed at what my dream was as a kid and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
Yeah.
saying? But it definitely should be an eye for an eye at that point, man. Because like I'm not saying like if you a drug dealer, I'm not saying like a drug dealer should get injected with fucking fentanyl as his punishment. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, it's like you gotta stop it from the jump if you're gonna try to stop something like that. Cause people gonna get whatever they want regardless. When somebody really
That,
wants something, they get it.
that's just like stealing, though. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like a crime like theft. Like if somebody came and stole your kids' Christmas shit, because they ain't had no Christmas shit to give to their own kids. No.
What man? If you stealing my Christmas, listen, bro. You
You
taking
say
my
eye for
kids'
an eye now,
Christmas gifts?
goddamn it.
Yeah. You taking my kids' Christmas gifts because
Right,
you didn't have gifts for your kids. I'ma
right.
fuck you up myself if I know who did it. You ain't even gotta worry about the judge and the jury because we all know the feeling of working hard for something. That's why personally I hate car thieves.
Yeah,
You don't know what somebody bust they ass for to get that car or to it could be a hoopty a squatter and you want to take that shit to joyride. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. That
yeah.
shit
Right.
corny, bro. And I hope the same karma come back to them when they get older and they be like, oh shit, somebody stole my car. You remember the 5 cars you stole when you was younger? Now you ain't got
Yeah.
no job. Now you can't get to work. Now your kids got to catch the bus to school in the rain. Man, that's why it should be an eye for an eye. Like at that point, it should be like, all right, you stole a car. Guess what? We gonna take your mama car and we gonna give it to the person you stole it from.
Well, that's
I'm
usually what
sorry.
happens, though.
Facts.
A lot of shit like that, not doesn't happen exactly like that, but life usually has a way of working itself out, and sometimes we don't think that the other person got oh shit because it didn't happen right then and there. But that don't mean karma don't. I mean, if you believe in karma and good energy and bad energy, you know that it all goes around, right? It comes back.
Everything is round in the world, bro. Literally,
Exactly.
almost everything is round. Cause
Everything. So
I definitely got my karma.
that's it. Everybody does, bro. Everybody gets their karma. So, I mean, I think it does come back to bite you in the ass later on. If you didn't get proper justice in a court system, it usually comes back and the other
Excuse me.
person is like, damn, man, their life is all fucked up and crazy and shit. They going through some. They might not be going through, but like, damn, they should be, you know what I mean, rotting in a prison cell somewhere. But maybe they're in a prison cell in their mind.
Did
Maybe
y'all
they
see?
fucked up or mental. Bad, my bad.
Nah, you good. You good. You said maybe they fucked up mentally.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, maybe they fucked up mentally.
No,
They
but he
don't.
was saying maybe they like mentally in jail, like how we saying they should like rot in jail or rot like he's saying maybe like mentally in their head they're already in prison.
Yeah,
And you know what? Then we need to do better ourselves to make sure that them people are in an environment where they can't hurt themselves or other people.
that's true.
Because there's a lot of
Right.
if there are people, don't get it fucked up. There are people out there that really don't have the mental capacity because they took a certain drug at one point in their life. Now their brain cells are all fucked up and they walking around and they really don't know what they doing. Like how many times you seen the bull in the street screaming or talking to somebody as he's walking down like I don't know where y'all from.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
it's not like that, but I know where I'm from is like that. Like you see people talking to themselves like he having a whole conversation with a ghost.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, I definitely see that down here. Yeah.
why is that person on the street? Where are we feeling as a system to keep them off the street? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'll tell you one thing: everybody know right from wrong. Even 95% of the people that are mentally, that have those type of mental issues, where they're really just crazy, they know right from wrong. Cause they, you know,
Exactly.
if they gonna kill somebody, they be like, "I'm gonna kill you." They know what killing does. They know there ain't no reversing that. They just don't care no more. The consequences don't hurt them no more. But if you take an arm from them, or you know what I mean, or a leg or something, they gonna know the consequences when they hopping around talking to themselves.
Hmm.
And that's why I think eye for an eye should be a real thing. You know what I'm saying? And it could get abused just like anything else. Some people take advantage of
Absolutely.
shit. Some people get
Like you
wrongfully
said,
accused.
certain
Go ahead.
situations it should be. Like you said, like if it's like a robbery thing like that, yeah, you probably like, all right, whatever. But other stuff, like you said, like murder, that like you stealing somebody's car, okay, well, shit. You steal your fucking car so you can see how it feels. Somebody taking somebody's life, rot your ass in life, like rot your ass in prison for life. You'll see what it feel like, or die. You die in jail, you rot in jail, whatever the consequences may be, you gonna face them.
Did
So I
y'all hear?
definitely think in certain situations, an eye for eye, you literally it should be an eye for an eye.
Did you hear about the situation in Russia when they bombed the like an orchestra hall or something like that? and they killed. I think it was over 100 people, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. Right? They showed pictures online of these bulls when they captured them. One was unconscious in a wheelchair. One was so beaten up that he looked scared to death. It looked like he shit his pants, I think. Like you could tell they got eye for an eye right there. And you
Right.
know what they did? This is exactly what they did, and it's crazy because this is what drug cartels do. They said, "Look what's gonna happen to you if you hurt my people.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
come do this again and you survive." And as crazy as that sound, and then you got your little, you got people out there. Oh my God, he's crazy. No, why would he say that? That's inhumane. No, that's life. Sadly
Yeah.
enough,
Mm-hmm.
don't come. This is what's gonna happen to you. That's a nice warning. Hey, this is what's gonna happen to you if y'all come here and do that shit again.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
let's
Absolutely.
mean,
see it of a oil refinery.
I feel like I need
Yeah.
a jacket. I see all this breath coming out.
Boy, it's cold out
It's,
here.
it's like chilly out there, bro. Up on this roof, man. We on the mountain.
Yeah, I mean, I think my nipples got hurt in this joint too, yo.
It
Like,
Hey,
is cold out here.
let me check my shirt. Hold up, cause them joints definitely brick, yo.
mm-hmm. They
Yo,
got
anybody?
gumdrops over there.
Thanks. Anybody wonder, man? We on Redacted RP. That's that beautiful R logo you see in the background is on FiveM. Dope ass server, and it's been jumping. It's been going crazy. So check it out definitely if you run FiveM and GTA 5. So definitely check out Redacted RP. But
Mm.
that's going. If everybody get 86 in that, the eye for an eye. That's going to lead us into the next topic, which is, do medications help for mental health? And June, I'll let you start this off unless Tone wants to, but I'll let y'all
Nah,
take this lead on this joint.
nah. I got you.
Go ahead, Tone. I'll sit down.
No, 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 no. I said no. I got you on the backup.
Oh, you want me to start it off?
Yeah, you can start this.
I could
This you
start
right
it
here.
off if you just want to like get accustomed
Get
into it
ready.
or something. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
All right, so or we could switch the topic.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
All right,
I'm
but
prepared.
oh, then why you ain't talking? We say go ahead, go ahead. Let's we gonna piggyback off you then.
Just like you
Right.
got deep in your conversation, like she,
Yeah, she want to build up
I
hers
want to lead
Hey,
conversation.
into it.
I'm a put.
Yeah.
I'm all right. Just do I think medications help mental health in some situations? Yes, in some situations, no. There are medications that calm people down when they have like, like when they just too hype, but they don't know how to control themselves. And I think yeah, you kind of need that. But the problem is you become accustomed to it, and without that medication, you get even crazier and crazier and crazier. That you then out. I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but then you probably would have been without it to begin with. There's a lot of
Yeah.
medications out there that do worse to people than better to people. But of course, when money makes the world go round, a lot of factors are, you know, dismissed so that it could be sold. Is what I always say. Yeah, I mean, but
Right.
go ahead, Jun Jun, Jun 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 Jun.
Do I feel like my personal intake on this?
Ah,
Um. Uh. I don't necessarily like you said. It can help. I'm gonna just say this: if medication helps you, that's all good. Like, but I'm one that battles with anxiety. I battle with depression. I take therapy. I have a counselor. I chose not to be medicated because I'm like, if I feel like I can fight the situation myself, then I'm not gonna medicate myself because I don't want the type of medicine that's gonna have me drowsy. Like, certain people, medicine does not, like, it has an effect on them. Like you said, you get addicted to that stuff. And then not only that, medicine can have you going from like high to low, like in a quick instant. Like my little brother, he he was hyper. Like we're not gonna he was the only boy in our family. Like he's the only brother that we got. But my mama wanted him to get on some medication because she thought he was too hyper. The moment I saw my brother take that medicine, it was like went from happy to joyous to like sitting in the grass by himself, away from everybody. I'm like, I don't like that. I didn't like that stuff at all. So, no. I'm not gonna medicate myself because me personally, I fought through a whole bunch of situations in my life. I've battled depression and anxiety because of my past life. Being adopted, growing up in a house that, you just kind of feel like a loner because I didn't really have nobody. It just kind of made me, depressed because I didn't have my actual brother with me. Like I have a brother out there that I don't know. Maybe the good Lord one day will let us meet, but it is what it is. So I battle with it, and it's just like medication should not be the form of root of your solution. I feel like me talking to people, me talking to my counselor, me just like, I feel like you have to talk it out and live through it to get
Mm,
better from it. If that makes sense. Like I don't want to just be sitting on the couch, like go pick up my prescription. Oh, your medicine is ready. Like okay, and then you just leave it alone. Like you just leave it at that. No, like I feel like in the world that we live in today, people need somebody else. People need somebody to talk to. Medication does not solve every issue.
facts.
And also, my son, my son is on the spectrum, autism spectrum disorder. If anybody didn't know, April is Autism Awareness Month. But
Right.
I have a lot of people telling me, I'm sorry, I have a lot of people telling me about these different supplements that can help him cure his ASD and cure his speech delay and everything like that. And I'm like, I don't want to put him on there because naturally, first and foremost, naturally it's up to the good Lord, whatever he wants to do with my son. My son just has a speech delay. I'm not gonna put him on supplements to stimulate his brain cells, or nothing like that, because that's what a lot of people be telling me. You need to try this, you need to try that with him. Like, no, my son talks. And I'm not gonna overstimulate him with medicine because he barely like taking medicine. So I'm not gonna force him to take any kind of medication to try to cure, what I have nothing over, I don't have control over that. All I can do is help him. And that's all I'm doing, helping him and his teachers are helping him. I feel like he battles with certain situations too, but I'm not gonna medicate him because I want him to know that we can get, no matter what the situation is, you just talk to me or talk to, we've got him a speech therapist and he's gotten so much better over the years. And I just didn't want to fall
That's what's up.
victim of medicating him. And even just like medicating myself, like I said, when it comes back to my situation. I don't believe in medicine, me personally. Like I can if I've got through different things in my life, I don't feel like there's nothing else that I can't get through without, being medicated. I fought my way through life, like not physically, but just through the ups and downs, the obstacles. I made it on the side without medicine. So no, I don't think medicine is the cure for every single thing. It helps certain people in situations, but I'm not one of those. Even when I got in a car accident, like a couple years back, I took I took the Vicodin for like a day or two. That was it. Because I was like, I don't want to get hooked on it because I was in pain. But after like that second day, I was like, I don't need it. Like if I gotta fight the pain, I just fight the pain. I'm not gonna take it just because, oh, I got it. Oh, you got the Vicodin, you in pain, take it. Like my pain went down, so
Can
I'm
I
not
ask a
gonna take it
question?
just because. Yeah,
I don't know if it's too personal though. I'm shot out sometimes. Did you take that epidural?
I did. Nothing personal about that.
We talk
I
about
took
like that's when
epidural.
you giving birth, right?
Absolutely, and I tell you why I did it.
All right.
I only did it because with KJ, with my first, I did it with both of them. I'm not even gonna lie.
Ain't nothing wrong with that
But
shit. You was the one in
that
pain.
pain right there, yes, that's the
Shit.
only pain that's the only medicine that I would consider taking up. Other than that, but besides that TNT, like no BS. Within the last 6 years, KJ was born in 2015. Kayla was born in 22. These two, those two times I gave birth was the only times I literally like had medicine in my like that type of medicine. Like I haven't been injured or hurt anything to where I had to take like a heavy dosage of anything. But I
Yeah.
did get the epidural because I needed it. But 'cause giving life, that's a whole nother that's a whole nother level of pain. But nah, like mentally, I probably could have got through it, but I don't like. I feel like my body was in a shock because I'm like I'm actually
Yeah.
about to do this, and it's just. it was so much going on, and I was just like, dude, I can't do this shit. Like, I even told them when I had KJ push, like, I was literally in active labor, and his head was coming out. I said, I don't want to do this no more. Can you push him back upside inside me and just give me a C-section? Like, that's how dramatic I was.
Oh shit! God
I'm
damn.
telling
Yeah,
you,
she
this is why I
said,
had
put
to
him back
epidural.
and then
I
take him out.
did, and they looked at me. They was like, I don't think you want us to do that. I was like,
Hey,
well,
yo.
this shit hurts. I'm tired. Y'all come on. I don't want to do this ever again in life. I was like, this is it. I told the doctor, tell my tubes do whatever you got to do. I'm done. She refused. So I was just joking at the time. But with my daughter, it was like I probably she never got it because no sooner I got it, it was like maybe 15 minutes later, I'm ready to push. I'm like, what the fuck did I get that for? Because it didn't kick
Bloop.
in at all.
Came right out. Bloop.
She did. Like I had her quicker than I had KJ. It took me like an hour and a half to push KJ out. Kaylee was out in 8 fucking minutes, and I was just like, these kids are so different.
Yeah,
But
supposedly
that
it's
is the only
easier.
medicine.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what my girl said after the third one. She was like, it just gets a little easier. Like, all right, well, you ain't
It
getting
did.
no more,
And
so
you know what?
you reach your
You
max
know what though?
potential.
It's kind of true because after I had KJ, my doctor told me she was like, I said I'm not having them. She was like, you having another? I said no. She was like, well, I'm gonna tell you a secret. The second one is easier to push. Like the second pregnancy will be much easier. I'm like, I'm not thinking about the second one right now. I'm just worried about this one. Like I just pushed him out. Give me some damn time. I'm like, no. But it was. She came out in 8 minutes. Like I was like, damn. When I think about it, I'm like, she was actually right.
That was
I
like a
pushed this out in
chinos.
8 minutes.
Let me get a shrimp fried rice and some chicken wing. Okay, 8 minute. Right out.
Hey,
Nah,
yo,
but
that's
I
funny.
mean, but for anybody out there, like I said, like it just depends on who you are and like if you feel like you need the medicine, if it helps, I mean I'm all for it, go for it. But if you've been through some things and you feel like you come over some things, you overcome obstacles. Like I said, like Tone know me personally. Like for everybody that know me, like Tone, he don't know me personally, but Tone been knowing me for about 3 years now. And like I said, since I don't know my big brother, Tone has kind of really just like stepped in, you know, and kind of gave me that big brother support. And that's another thing that could be my medicine too.
Oh.
Like talking to Tone, shut up. And I was gonna reward you too. And see you
I don't got no
I was gonna
sound
even
effects
bring
right
you
now. I
Kendra in
gotta
there.
do something.
I ain't worried about you. No, but being here and like you told me yesterday, TNT, like when I told you what everything I was going through, you was like, well, hop in the server, we can be, we can be your, your laughing or whatever you told me to. Like you just told me to
Facts.
come in the server,
Come in the server and we could. I mean, because not to cut you off, and I'll be
and
quick.
you
Is
good, go ahead.
basically when you do things, you get your mind off of what's really your problem.
Right.
So that's why, like on some real shit, we always hear. Yeah, I mean, and I'm pretty sure if I'd have sent Tone a message like, "Yo, Cuzzo going through something, can you jump on?" I mean, if he wasn't busy, he'd have been like, "Yo, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? What happened?
Tone
What
would have
happened?"
called. Tone would
You know
have
what I'm
texted
saying?
me a call. Like, sis, what's going on?
Okay.
Like, what's happening?
But that's crazy because we
Right?
don't even know each
You
other.
good? And we don't, and that's
Right.
the thing I tell people. Like, and I'm like, bro,
Right.
like,
We know
I've met these people
about
through
that.
game, and it's like we don't even know each other, like, physically, never met each other. But the
Right.
conversations we have, the fun we have on these games, like, people would think that we actually, like, been knowing each other for, like, years and years. Like, no, right? TNT, I just met him last year. Like I said, Tone, about 3 years in, probably now. But,
She killed
like
me
I said, it's just,
365 times for the whole damn year on this server.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk
nah,
about
it's
that.
just,
That's another topic. Go ahead.
yeah, but I'm
Oh
just
yeah.
saying, like I just say this, and I'll let Tone speak on it. But I'm just
You
saying,
good?
like, in my case, like I said, I chose not to medicate myself or medicate my son in our situations because I'm like I said, I done been through hell and back, and I fought it off for myself. Like I said, I don't mind sharing this. Like, yeah, things got hard in life. I want to take myself out, but pick myself back up, and I did it
Facts.
without medication. I did it without being on antidepressants or anything like that. Because I don't want to solidify myself as being like, oh, I have to take medicine to kind of make me get out of a mood or something. Like I want to get out of it naturally, like by myself. And like I said, to each his own. If that's what you choose to do, then that's your personal business. I'm not gonna look at you no differently. But me personally, I do not take medicine for my anxiety and depression because, like I said, I know I've been through hell and high waters, and I can get through anything in life, and that's just the story of June. So That's it.
Yeah.
It's definitely,
Go ahead,
definitely.
Tom.
Now,
What's your
I'm
opinion
proud.
on it?
I say, I mean, I'm proud of you, sis. You know what I mean, overcoming all that. You know,
Facts.
real for real. That's a lot. A lot of people
Appreciate
go through
y'all.
shit.
Yep.
You
Real
already know,
shit.
and
No
they don't.
sarcasm.
don't
Real shit.
yeah,
Like,
No, no, no. I
takes a
get it. I
lot.
get it. No, I feel like, trust me. I know when we being serious and we when we playing. Like
Yeah.
I feel the I get the love.
they already know. Definitely, definitely. And this topic though is definitely, it definitely it goes kind of damn near what we were talking about earlier. You know, where there's a lot of mental cases out here. Just not only just um, uh, like people that are like serial killers and rapists and stuff like this. I mean, I think they all got mental issues. Everybody got. I think honestly and truthfully, everybody got some kind of mental issue to one degree or another. If you've been on this earth, if you've been on this earth long enough, you got some kind of mental shit you're dealing with. You just everybody just deal and cope differently. You know,
Facts.
like you said, since you're not using medication. I smoke a lot of weed. You know what I mean?
Bow, bow,
That's my
bow.
medication.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying though. I'm not making light. I'm just making light of it. But on the real though, it's just that's just the truth though. Like a lot of people, everybody got to find their own way of dealing. I mean, this thing called life, and it's definitely challenging. And I mean, as far as the medication, to some degree, like some people really need that shit. They really do. There's some people out there that's wild as fuck without that shit. They'll lose their fucking mind. They crazy. Like I'm talking about crazy. They get the putting their hands on people and shit. You know what I
Facts.
mean? That's a whole different. You know, like oh shit, what's going on with you? They got just all kind of traumas. And they, you know what I mean, that's their mental is fucked up with traumas, and that's how they react. That's how they cope, and they definitely need that medication because if they didn't, they'd be in a jail cell somewhere or dead. You know, if you put your hand on the wrong person, somebody gonna fuck you up. You know, you feel
Right.
me?
Right.
So
Oh, hold on, Tone. Not to cut you off. A viewer, y'all watching the stream. She said, "I agree with you, June, 100%. But I know there's a whole lot of work as a society we need to fix because we exclude people who act differently. That's yeah. Because
yeah,
if you think about it,
yes,
children or anybody, adults, whoever. I think she was talking like when I was talking about the autism.
right,
People think just because you diagnosed with this, you different. Like they look at you different or they treat you different. I don't treat my son no different than like even my next door neighbor. Like people, I tell people don't treat him like he has a disability or disorder. Like my son, he knows stuff. He can talk. He understand right or wrong at times. Like it's just that, like you said, that's why I say I don't want people looking at him. Um, I don't tell people like he's autistic. I just say he's on the spectrum because of his speech delay. Because he wasn't literally diagnosed with autism. He was diagnosed with speech delay. I understand his falls on the spectrum, but I don't want him to be labeled as something different, you know? Like, and then people look at him different. Like, they feel like they had to treat him a certain way or treat him a different way because he's quote unquote different from regular kids.
right.
I don't hold that over his head. Like, I don't tell him he's different. Like, no.
So can I ask you
Because
a
when he go to
question?
school, yeah.
So, right, because there's a kid that my kids play with, right? And I don't know if he's autistic, but he get like really hyper sometimes, right?
Hmm.
But they all play basketball together, right? So I want you to tell me if I'm an asshole or what. But like,
Like,
Oh,
I tell my
it teaches
kids,
mental.
I be like, listen, when y'all play, all right, if he get a little too hype, y'all gotta understand something that that's just how he is. That don't mean you do anything differently. They still play basketball the same way, but I do tell them this stuff. I be like, but if you ever put hands on y'all, I want to see your hands moving right back. So I don't know. Is that
no,
is
because
that
sometimes I'm gonna tell you, sometimes some of these kids know what they be doing. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it.
okay?
Some autistic kids, they know what they're doing. Autism, like it's just their brain stems are like just functioning just a little different than regular kids. But you got some of these kids that know they bite, they scratch, they kick, they know what they're doing. Trust me. But you got some kids that just aren't aware of how they play. Like they feel like that's okay. And that's the
Yeah.
thing. That's what you have to just teach them. Like, no, that's not okay. KJ did that one time to me, and I fixed his ass right on the spot. He ain't never pinched me again. Cause I'm like, don't play with me. Like, I understand you certain things you don't understand, but we're not finna be out here biting, scratching, kicking. Like even in school, I had to teach him that. We're not finna do all that. Like that's not what we do. And I don't have no problem with KJ out of school. He don't be biting, kicking, scratching nobody. Cause you have to instill that in there. Now I get some kids who are severely autistic. They don't understand, so they do that for like as a way to communicate. Sometimes
It's a
I'm not
defense
saying it's
mechanism.
right. Yeah, I'm not saying it's always right, but some kids will hit, scratch, and preach you just to get your attention or just to like if they want something from you. I don't
Facts.
always agree with it, but I understand because I know I grew up with I mean like not grew up, but I got dealt with KJ for a little bit, and I have a nephew who's autistic. He doesn't speak at all, but he bites, scratches, pinches. He does all that just to
Yep.
get somebody's attention.
We got a viewer that
So,
said it's true. They know. Hold on, my bad. It's true they know, but movements can be involuntary. It takes a
hmm
village to help them learn how to self-regulate. Amen. It really
that is
do take
true.
the block.
That's true.
That is
I
true,
say the
especially
block
when it comes
because
to
I
you.
live on a block, but I
Yeah,
was just
but
saying like,
even but no, like she's saying, like okay, but when it comes to autism, some kids do repetitive behavior because they can get away with it. Some of the parents, now I understand it's a disorder, some in a way,
yeah,
but some parents think that's okay. Like they'll be like, oh no, that's just how he communicates, and say, no, you got to stop that because in a
Yeah,
way,
that's not okay.
no, because you got some of these parents like when they kids get too violent, guess what they got to do? They got to call the police because they can't calm them down. So you got to stop that.
Yeah,
You got to teach them,
yeah,
even though
that's
they might not be talking. You need to teach them, explain to them, hey, you're not finna do this, you're not finna do that. Like, it's not okay to put your hands on mommy. Like, explain it to them. They might not talk, but I guarantee you, they understand what you're saying. Cause KJ was like that for a long time before he started talking. He didn't. Oh, he understood everything I said. He might not was talking like fully and didn't have like a full sentence to talk to me about, but he understood when I told him like we're not finna bite, scratch, kick. We're not finna do none of that. These kids are they I'm telling you, they understand
they discipline.
whether some parents agree or not. You just need to talk to them in a way that they can understand you at that moment. That's all it is.
Is that when you treat somebody differently too? That's what you gonna get in return. So like, if I treat somebody like they stupid, they gonna act stupid. Period. You
Right.
can't. Sometimes you can't. You can't like. All right. As an example, like, if you don't speak good English, right? And I'd be like,
hmm
yeah, understand me. Go to the car. Like, I'm not helping you now. Because now that's how you gonna talk back to me in English. So you never gonna learn proper English. You know what I'm saying? But if I come and I be
Right.
like, "Hey, I need you to help me to take this to the car," then he's gonna start understanding that the way he pronounces, or she is gonna start understanding that the way she pronounces stuff and says things is not the right way. So they'll
Right.
correct it. So that's basically what you doing in a sense too. Even though there might be some sort of disability, if that's what we gonna call it, um, then you don't treat it as one until it's seen as one at the moment, basically.
Exactly. And that's why I'm telling you, I don't treat KJ as he has a disability because and Tone know my boy. Tone know him. Every time he hears
right,
Tone,
right,
like I'm playing with Tone, hey
right.
Tone, he might say Tome with an
It,
M, but he know who I'm talking to.
Hmm.
He say, "Hey
right,
Tone,"
right, right.
I say Tone, baby. He
It,
gets his N's and his M pronunciations mixed up, but he can talk. He know who I'm playing the game with.
right.
If I say TNT, he just like T. All he know
Hey
is T.
TNT.
I guess T.
Nah,
Yeah,
he said the N and the T last time, and he
he
said
said
it better
TNT.
than
Okay,
DP said it. TNT and TNT. He said it way better. He said
that's what I'm
TNT.
saying. He knows how to pronunciate things. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I don't label him as autistic. I understand like for schools purposes, they have to say ASD because of his situation, because of his speech delay. But I don't label him. I don't when we out in public, I don't tell people like, hey, talk to him on his level. No, talk to him like because I talk to him straight up like this, like KJ, sit down and eat
Mm-hmm.
your food, put your stuff up, go wash your hands. I don't be
Yep.
like KJ, sit, eat. Okay, like no, I'm talking in full sentences because he gravitates better from that. Like if you just talking to them on their level, how they supposed to get better?
Yep, yep.
And that's why I said I'm not
Right.
finna medicate him. for him to get better, for me to feel like I'm sorry, like, oh God, like I don't have to do nothing no more. Like I could just give him medicine and bam, that's it. No, no, I signed up for this the day I became a mother,
Amen.
regardless if I knew his
That's
situation or not. And I'm gonna help him through it. It's tiring. It's a struggle at times, but I mean that's just life. I'm not gonna do nothing crazy because I didn't have my biological mama growing up. I was abandoned and abused and left behind. And I'm not gonna treat my child like that because of his situation. I'm supposed to just give up. Like, no, I can't take this no more. I had a moment where I did say that, but I'm not. I didn't give up on him because I didn't know what autism was. I'm like, I don't know what to do. But we got to realize as parents, there's no book. We just get up and do it.
Facts.
Like
yeah.
Y'all
life
got
teaches you
time
how
for
to be
another one?
parent. Yeah,
Yeah.
For another topic?
I'm down.
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, June. I don't know if you want to finalize on it.
No, but I'm just saying, no, that's it. It's just like you said, and I'll just go back on what Tone said. In certain situations, and I think you probably said it too. See, but certain situations, yeah. I mean, if that's like you said, if you, I would just say this: just if you got people that doesn't know how to control themselves, just like I don't want to call it like the little nut house or whatever, but like the psychiatric
Psych ward.
places.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
need medicine. They need it.
They need men. Yeah.
But some of them
But
became
Yeah. That's what
reliant on that medication. That's the
some of
reason why
them
they really
did,
need
and
it.
that's right.
they
But
need
for
therapy as
everyday
well.
people like me, like you, like I'm just saying for me personally, I don't think medicine is the cure for everything. Medicine does not cure my depression because I don't want to be fixated or latched on to something like an antidepressant or anything. Like I said, if I didn't got through one thing, I can get through another, and
Amen.
it's not gonna stop me.
And I tell you
Whatever
this,
stepping stones I got in front of me, I'm gonna take every fucking step with pride. Like I'm not even finna fall victim to no medicine. Like I need this, I need that. Like doc,
Right.
I'm feeling low. I'm my anxiety is kicking in at 10. Like my depression hitting. I'm not finna take no medicine. I'm gonna get my ass up and go through like and deal with it.
I'll tell you this, good for you. Like I think, yeah, I mean, I don't know you like that, but I think you're doing a great job. You know what I'm
I
saying, dealing
appreciate
with
it.
it. We've all been there. I've had my moments as well, whatever. But it's how you get out of it at the moment. Because some people rely
Right.
on drugs, some people rely on family. That family's not there when you need them, and a lot of people rely on different things to try to cure that. It's not always just medication, basically. But
Mhm.
like
I agree.
when I said amen, the popo. When I say amen, it brought a thought to my head too, and that's why I asked if y'all had time for another topic because do y'all think the lack of religion in society nowadays is the cause of a lot of these issues?
I think the lack of knowledge of religion would be considered a part of it. Yeah.
Cause and that just that came to my head because y'all know I'm Catholic, and no matter what nobody think or anybody's opinion on that, I mean nobody could change my mind on that. I prayed, I asked for the sign I wanted to see, and I got exactly what I wanted, and only a fool would walk away from
Right.
that.
Right.
Only a real
That's
fool would
right.
walk away from that.
That's
But
right.
Exactly. Mhm.
I feel like I teach religion to my kids. I'm not a practicing Catholic, if that's what we gonna call it. Like, I don't go to church every Sunday, but I got my belief. I do my prayers in the way they should be done and all that stuff. But the point is, like, I instill this in my kids too. We got a a frame that got the Ten Commandments on it in plain English where a kid can read it and understand it, right? So my kids know like thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not lie, blah, and they still lie and shit like that, cause that's what kids do. I used to lie too. Everybody's lied. Ain't no anybody on here right now that says they never lied might as well jump off this building.
It's a lie.
It's a
We all
lot,
done
mother.
it.
Yeah, I mean,
We've
but
all done it.
overall though, I mean, I feel like teaching them those things teaches them a little more about what's right and what's wrong. Yeah, I'm saying, and when we was growing up, I feel like whatever religion anybody was, there was just more people practicing it and involved in it, and the fathers and the mothers made sure that the kids were involved in it as well.
That's That's where
What up,
you
man?
just hit the spot on that. And I don't mean to cut you on, but
You good? Go
that's where
ahead.
that's where you hit the spot on it, and it's a difference nowadays because it's like, are both parents always active in today's society? I don't think that parents don't want to be active today, that they don't want to. It's just we've gotten so caught up with society and life and trying to survive. Most people are. I don't know if I mean you live in a household, you got two people, everybody working, and then when you get done from working, you're just like, you know, one of those things is like back in the days, there was one person at home, so somebody was homebody. They would, instill certain things, like teach those things, and then there was another person behind to implement it, to enforce it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that's like our. If you got the YouTube open by chance, Tone.
Yeah. That's one of the
So
topics we went
you
into
see the
before.
comment one of the viewers made now that I think is
Right.
important. I think it's important to have faith on a higher
Yeah.
power. We need to meditate, pray, and learn to find comfort outside of earthly things and people. That's real.
Yeah, that's real.
Oh yeah.
That's
Like
100% true.
definitely.
I feel like,
Definitely.
because like you said, see, I don't go to church every Sunday either, but that doesn't mean that I'm not a believer of God. It's just about
You practice
how,
the
what you
commandments though,
believe.
right?
Right? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we was raised in the church, but don't get me wrong. Like I said, I was raised with on Baptist, but I feel like as an adult,
Ain't nothing
if I
wrong with
want to
that.
find my own, yeah. But if I want to find my own, like if I just go to like a Catholic church and I'm like, I'm like I can dig, like if I just go every Sunday and I'm like I can do Catholic, like I don't feel like I should just be dictated because I was raised on Baptist. Like I feel like you should be able to imply whatever religion you feel like. I mean, whatever you have in your heart. But at the same time, as long as we pray to the same God, like you said, we value our commandments. We live and breathe by the book. We know what the book say. We know what the Bible say. We doing right by people. But like the viewer said, learn to find comfort outside of earthly things and people, because a lot of people, and even people like in the church, they get so wound up with other people, like they just forget, and
Why?
they criticize you and call you hypocrites. Like if
Right.
you do something outside of the church, like me, like I said, I ain't been to church. I'm not gonna lie. I go to church every once in a while, but that doesn't mean that I'm not a Christian. I don't believe. Being then when you come to church, oh, you acting funny. You ain't been to church, been to church. Like what?
Oh,
Do
don't
do
judge
I have to
me.
come to church every single Sunday? Exactly. Like
God says,
I'm
"Thou
supposed
shalt
to
not
come every
judge."
Sunday.
Don't judge me.
Hmm.
I
You
could
could be
judge
in
you
church
right
every
back.
single Sunday, but see, you got people that sit in church every single Sunday, but outside the church walls. Are y'all really practicing what you preach? Like, are you
Facts.
really taking what you got from your pastor, or your preacher,
You know
and
what
you
I
applying
hate?
it to everyday life?
I hate when people that don't go to church on Easter and Christmas Eve, and they
Christmas
act
and
like
yes.
they made a big sacrifice. You
Oh my
know what I
God.
mean?
Like
Uh,
yes. And I'm not
Yo,
even gonna lie. I didn't go to church Easter because I already knew it was gonna be. I almost said something else. It's show, and just a whole lot of people that you don't even see. But the church parking lot be full Easter Sunday. Then the next Sunday it's like where everybody went.
ain't no collection plate. Nobody passing the
Yeah,
collection plate.
ain't
Where
nobody with
y'all
their
at?
fancy colorful suits on no more. Like the kid. What are we doing?
Doesn't God say,
Like
"Come to me as you are"?
yeah, come as you are. That's exactly what the Bible say.
that's you see. That's why. But see, in the same God, the Bible says a lot of things, man. God said, "Come to me as you are." Yes. So if that's what you have in the moment, yes. But if you go to a job, you go out to the club, don't you go looking your best? Why wouldn't you
Facts.
go looking your best to
Church.
praise and
I
worship
I
Him?
agree with that. Now
That's
now
not
the
the
You know
Bible.
first
Now I
time I
do
heard
say
that.
come as you are. It do say come as you are, but I don't think they mean come like you coming from no damn strip club. I'm sorry,
no, no, no,
but
no.
no, I get what you're saying. Though. That's what I'm saying. Like, but if you're gonna dress up and get fancy
Yeah,
to go out and do this and do that, don't walk in church looking on any kind of way. At least have some decency to look like you want to be there at that moment. Like, That's
Listen,
what
I'm
I'm
Yeah,
still in
talking
the
about.
early '90s. I still wear my two button down polo with some regular jeans and some Air Force Ones. That's my best right there. So
And ain't
that's what
nothing wrong
church
with
get
it.
into.
Nothing
and,
wrong with it.
you know,
Still living in the
that ain't
'90s,
nothing.
bro.
But would you wear a suit to a funeral?
No,
Okay, good then. That's all. That's see. Then
I don't
that you ain't
change.
that see that you get where I'm coming from on that. Then
I know what you meant.
don't wear a suit to a funeral. Then say I don't wear just like dress up stuff. If that's how you would go to a funeral, then that's how you dress. Period. Then that's just your dress. That's your
You
attire,
know,
and there
you
ain't
know,
nothing wrong with that.
you know how I always tell y'all like this is just who I am. Like anybody that watches the stream, I joke around and I say a lot of people might think I'm saying some foul shit and all that, but that's really just who I am. That's
Facts.
when we cool, that's who I am with you. I'm gonna give you
Right.
Right.
who I am, and when we first meet, you gonna get silence because I want to observe who you are at that point. I want to see what you about, and I did that the other
Right.
day with somebody. What I said I don't like
He
that
did.
person.
He
I
Yep.
don't like
did. I
that
was like,
person,
he is
and then
quiet. He told me though. He talked to me on the side. He was like, "Yeah, June, switch. Go over."
yeah, right. But check it out though. Peep game
Right.
that I also did something with that person in a sense of like collaborating on a little project or whatever. But I was still
Facts.
like you
Facts.
might think like oh shit like he switched his mind. No, now we doing something different. This became business all of a sudden now, and I could separate
Mm-hmm.
business from my personal shit. Oh,
Facts.
Oh,
What happened? What the hell? What the
what?
fuck happened? Oh shit. Hey yo,
I
you better
Yo,
gotta
not
no,
bring
no,
that up.
I gotta turn off the mic real quick because I'm tired of laughing, bro.
what in the hell was
Hey
that?
yo, is that thing over there?
Oh my goodness.
I just gotta take my beer and I'm on the floor dead.
Oh my god. Like what in the
Hey
world?
yo, yo.
Yo, can y'all put me back on the roof? Cause I don't got no guns to fight all these damn bears, yo.
Wait, wait, bro. You got how we get you back up here on this roof?
No, he
Hold
talking
Yo,
up,
he talking
there's
to
a
them.
bear over here, yo.
I see a bear over here.
I
They
got.
trying to come up here, bro. I'm about to get the gun out. I'm about to get the gun out. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the gun
I
out.
guess, I guess that's how we gonna end the stream. Because
What in the world, man?
oh,
I'm
get that
killing that.
bear, yo. Yo, you
Where the
ain't
other
kill him
bear?
yet?
I shot him like two
Hold up.
times already. Yeah, still alive.
Oh man. Hold
I
on to
love
the...
the clip on. I got an extended clip. What is he doing?
There you go. There you go. There you
Man,
go.
he's
Out. Let's go. I'm gonna go into one of the comments from the viewers real quick because they made a couple comments. I think it's important to have faith of a. I said that already. My bad. So I talk to my kids about God. I tell them they came through me, but they don't belong to me. I tell them where when all else fails, God will be there for you. Yeah, that's facts, bro. I
that's
like that,
big. Yeah,
and that's
that's a
true,
big.
bro. And I'll never forget one time I was going through a moment like what June is basically saying through some mental health shit, and I went to see a priest, right? And the
Oh, I'm
priest,
sorry.
God damn.
you ain't really you brought the bear back to
Yo,
life.
is the bear up? Wait. What's going on? Wait.
Hold up, so I went to see a priest real quick, and the priest told me something. I was like, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. He said, there's no such thing as an atheist, because when people
Oh,
are in their worst pain or in their worst moment, they always scream to God, bro. And that shit stuck
Oh,
with me, bro. 100%. That shit's always stuck with me after that.
no.
So, but yo, everybody, man, really June,
trying
really
to
by
shoot
my
the
own
bear.
cousin. Well, you can't shoot for shit. Put the gun down.
Well, if you look at my screen, the bear is literally in front of me, and I was shooting the
Why
bear.
wouldn't you shoot him in the head?
That's what I was doing. I guess you was
You
standing
shot
right
me in the
behind him.
head. All right, y'all. Before this get too violent, let me get away from June first. Yo, everybody, man. As always, thanks for watching, man. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, please, and share it with other people, man. The topics always change, and we'll and the bear just went
Oh,
over the roof
oh,
with Tone. Tone, you good, bro?
No, I'm not, bro. But
What
I'll be all
happened?
right, bro. Yeah, I got something mauled me off the off the top of the roof, bro.
Yo, check out Redacted RP on FiveM, man. If you into the RPing, man, this is definitely the server to check out. It's a bunch of dope scenery and a bunch of different things that I've never personally seen before in a FiveM server and stuff. So you'll love it. And the people that are running, man, shout out to them. Time Anarchy. I know there's a couple more, but y'all doing a great job, in my opinion, with the server, man. And they adding things every day, things that you don't just pick up in like a download type joint and put it into the game. No, like they putting stuff together themselves, like doing custom scripts. So check it out, man, if you haven't. But for right now, good night. Um, Cuzzo, you shot me. I'm not gonna hit you today. I'm gonna wait till we turn off the stream and I'm
I
gonna shoot you back.
apologize. I'm
It's
sorry. I'm
okay.
sorry.
I accept your apology, but I'm still gonna shoot you. Eye for an eye, remember? Yo, everybody have a good night, man. Thanks for watching. Tone, June, myself, TNT, thank you as always. Y'all can
Y'all
say
have
y'all goodbyes.
y'all
God
have a
bless
good
y'all.
one.
Y'all have a good night.
All right,